Hey, what's up? It's Avry, and you're watching Majime.
My name is Avry. It's my middle name, actually. I'm from Vancouver originally and moved to Toronto about 6 years ago. Yeah, I had a pretty crazy childhood of music, to be honest. My dad was super into the Radiohead, Smashing Pumpkins, U2, kind of that rock era. And then my mom was very 90s R&B. So she did Ushers and Backstreet Boys. Backstreet Boys was my first concert ever, actually, which was pretty crazy. But yeah, I had such a difference of music that I was growing up on. There was obviously some pop and stuff mixed in there, but a pretty crazy childhood of music for sure. Yeah, that's a pretty loaded question. I think I only started making music 3-4 years ago. The first song I ever made was actually in my old friend Michael and Noah's dorm during college, and it was room 409 or 404. I'm 409 now, but that was our group name, 404. And I remember I was coming home from the bar one night late, and Michael, he was a house music producer, and he just put on a random beat, and I started freestyling some stuff over it. And then Noah started freestyling some stuff over it, and then yeah, we just made this song. It was so bad, looking back on it now, but that's what really got me hooked into music, to be honest. That moment, listening to it the next morning. Since then, songwriting has been super important to me. I've always been really heavy on melody, but recently in the last project or two, I've been really heavy on songwriting. I think that's what really makes a song last for years and years and years, and not just in and out. Just to get better, to be honest. I think the people I work with and have been working with for the last while are all so talented, and they just wake up and know how to do 800 different things. And for me, starting music only 3 years ago, I had so much to learn and catch up on. So I think just inspired by the people around me and the groups around me, every one I produce with, I've learned so much, and still there's so much to go. But just people that are able to just wake up and make music every day and be so happy, that's where I want to be, and what I eventually aspire to be. So Toronto Love is great. I think the culture scene here is amazing. Yeah, I mean, I started playing live probably a couple years ago, and I've played maybe, I want to say 8 to 10 shows here, and every time Toronto is crazy. They're always so fun. The audience is great. Shows I've gone to here as well have great crowds, and I think the whole scene is just getting bigger and bigger and bigger. But yeah, I think Toronto crowds, audience and stuff, they always come out and show love. So probably I would say definitely don't mix the two. I think a lot of people, and even in today's society, so much music is based on relationships. So sometimes you kind of need one for inspiration, I would say. But yeah, I would just say the whole mixing of love and in the music scene and stuff is tough. I think you kind of have to keep it a little bit separate. Use outside things for, inspiration and things like that.
So Avry, we brought in a couple records for you to skim through and check out, and yeah.
Sweet. What do we have here? Oh, crazy. Okay, cool. These are great. I would say the first one, the Tribe one is, I think I actually listened to them for the first time in college, which was crazy. They were really influential in the whole feel of the dance side and more upbeat energies and stuff like that. I also had a lot and heard a lot of jazz elements in their records for some reason, so that might have slightly influenced my love for jazz music. Crazy record though. I think I listened to it in first year in my dorm. I think that was the first time I listened to the album. I've never actually seen the record in person though, so that one's crazy. Crazy. This is a classic. Mac DeMarco. This is a great record. I actually just recently found out he's from Vancouver, which is crazy because he's from the same place. But yeah, and his last record that he put out was so influential, I thought, the 99 Wayne project, with all those crazy instrumentals and things like that. I actually tried recording some stuff over a few of the instrumentals, to be honest, and they turned out pretty cool. But yeah, they were that was a crazy record, and I've listened to so much of his stuff before, and I actually really want to see him live though. Never seen him live, so that would be really cool. Yeah, this is a wild one. Fleetwood Mac, Rumors. This is, yeah, I definitely grew up on some of this stuff with my dad. Landslide was actually like the first song I learned on guitar in general. I like picked up guitar like when I was younger, and obviously like Dreams is a huge one. The Chain is a really underrated song on this one. People might not say it's underrated, but I think it's underrated. But yeah, crazy record too. These are all like really great. I think I listened to like all of these, and they're like really big ones. My eyes are closed. You tell me when I can open them. Billy Idol, fuck. I have heard this, yeah. Wait, can I swear? Am I allowed to swear? This is crazy. Are you sure I can have this?
Absolutely, bro. Good, have it.
Holy shit, that's crazy. We actually like Daytime Drama. The song, I think it's on this project. We like listened to it as like a reference for like the project, which was crazy. That's wild. I've never seen it in person. Thank you so much, man. That means a lot. Sweet.
At least you do for coming out.
Yeah, that's crazy. Thank you guys. Appreciate it. That's crazy. But yeah, this is a nuts record. I'm gonna spin this when I get home. Cool. Fields of Honey. That was a name that actually took quite a while to come up with, but in general, like my parents live at this house in Kawartha Lakes, and there's like a really nice field near it. And in the summer, I was just wandering through there, and I just wanted to make the project something about fields, because I think it just encaptures like a general sense of warmth and just a nice feeling. And then honey was just something we added at the end, just for like a nice little touch. But that's kind of where the name came from, to be honest. Like it was mostly just around like a good feeling in the summer, and that's like what I think the music details as well. It's actually almost done. It's just in mixing now. So its first single is gonna be next month, I think. It's called Fabrics. It's very like folk indie kind of stuff. I would say it's very live sounding, like everything on the record's live. Strings, drums, guitars, pianos, they're all live. I've like really fallen in love with that side of the music since I've been playing live more. And then yeah, shows. I'm gonna be playing live a bunch this year. I would say to just really like go for stuff earlier, to be honest. Like I feel like I cared so much about what people would think or opinions people would have on my music or content, things like that. And you get like naturally like embarrassed, like with your friends, like always like make jokes about it and stuff like that when you're starting out. But at the end of the day, like if your music affects anyone or touches anyone that hears it, I think like you've done your job as a musician. So like I would say just like really go for stuff earlier, post more. If you're like 50-50 on something, obviously be proud of it when you're putting it out, but like take more risks, like because at the end of the day, it's really just you who's pushing your music stuff at the end of the day at its core. So I think just take more risks and start earlier, yeah.